Howdy there! Ready to discover a few hidden gems of Emberville? Personally, I listen to WEMB Live all the time. It's Emberville's very own radio station, and it is truly rooted here. The local Colton radio manufacturing provided the technical support and custom-made components. In fact, some of those Colton components still keep the radio station running today. This is our brand new river stage, just finished recently. This creates a whole new range of opportunities for local musicians to put on shows and take part in festivals, all with the Ember River and New Heights in the background. I bet it looks gorgeous when the sun rises. This statue of our town's founder, Florence Belvedere Wright, used to be surrounded by a larger memorial and many historic buildings. Sadly, the mining catastrophe destroyed almost everything in this district, as the older locals here still painfully remember. But Florence got through it unblemished, and it was taken as a hopeful sign. On summer nights, it's great to be able to grab some food from this Yano ramen bar and see the lights across the river in New Heights and Ash Tree. On a clear night, you can see the radio tower in the distance. And, if you're really lucky, the Appalachians to the north and south as well. Seeing here was until recently a car park for a Mega Value superstore. Extended local transit allowed it to return to what the area was meant to be. A meeting place for all people, old and young, at all times of day. Part of it has even been transformed into a sports park. Pedestrian Boulevard is a very recent addition to Main Street that runs all the way from the crossing on 2nd down to Emberville's Market. It is the biggest part of the City Council's efforts to make Wright's Crossing and the whole of Emberville more walkable. Every year, hundreds flock to the Country and Western Hall of Fame for the annual inductions celebrating the rich and beautiful history of American music. Over the years, 9 different Embervillians have been inducted into this legendary troupe. And if there's 3 things we do well, it's football, buses, and music. Bridge was built here, families would sometimes use small boats to cross the Ember to get from the Strings to Ash Tree. In our local history museums, you can still find photos of people queuing all the way down the banks. Meant to be a major station on Emberville's elevated railway. As you can probably see, it didn't last. Emberville was closed for local rail transit when it became clear that traffic from mining would cease. It's still used for through traffic. Between this tour and the myriad advertising firms that work in Emberville, at least someone is making good use of the elevated rail, right? I hold out hope that maybe one day it'll make a comeback. The more local transit, the better, folks.
Yeah! Woo!
And this, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, is the beloved home of our brand new bus service. It's amazing how much progress our bus driver here has already been able to make in helping us improve our public transport services. Everyone give it up for him.
Very smooth driving.
Over there is the Reynolds Congress Building. Its impressive facade was meant to replicate moving traffic, in keeping with the theme of cars that dominates New Heights. And it's got a surprisingly relaxing space below its overhang, a pretty common spot between the heart of downtown and the neighboring park. Not too bad for S.E. Otto's law firm.
Yeah.
Over the course of its long history, this building has been a hotel, a bank, an embassy, and twice a temporary hospital. First during the Civil War, then after the mining catastrophe. Now, like most of New Heights, it belongs to big business and new money, with the top 3 floors all owned by S.E. Otto's legal firm. The automotive industry might have had a lot to do with how American cities have been built. But that hasn't stopped us doing what we can to undo some of the damage. At least the area around the S.E. Auto Tower became so much more livable after the changes the city council have made recently. Here we are. Thanks for starting your trip with our tour. Our driver puts in a lot of effort to craft the route every day. If you enjoyed it, maybe send a nice postcard.